Greetings everyone, Prairie here. Welcome to the Demo Hub. In today's demo, we're going to take a look at a really cool functionality added to the Visual Studio Code extension for Snowflake to help you interact with large data sets within your Snowflake stage. This cool functionality will allow you to quickly load files into your stage and to download those files if you need to. And these files could be anything. This could be unstructured data. This could be videos. This could be images, or it could be even machine learning models you want to use for Snowpark, for Python. So a really cool functionality. Now, if you're not familiar with what the stage is within the Snowflake ecosystem, it's a native object that allows you to bring data and use as a landing point for loading into a table, or you can just interact with that data directly. We've done tons of videos about stages in Snowflake, how to create stages, how to manage stages. So check around the channel for those videos. Now, this assumes that you have a stage. So we have a couple of stages here in my environment, one which is called Fruit Stage, and the one which we're going to be using for our demo recently just created. Now, to take advantage of this functionality to load data quickly into this stage, we're going to need the Visual Studio Code extension. So go over to Visual Studio Code Marketplace and grab that extension. It's still in preview mode, but you want to grab the latest version of it. This is a very popular extension and people are liking it. So grab the extension, install that in Visual Studio Code. If you're not sure how to do the installation, again, we've done a video and a demonstration around that. So check around the channel for those demonstrations. Now, assuming that you have that installed, if we go back over into our environment, the traditional way of interacting with the stage is with potentially using SnowSQL and doing a put command, which works, but you just might not want to write that put command. You might not be inclined to go to the terminal to do work. So really having this extension is such a value add to the development lifecycle. Now let's switch over into my Visual Studio Code environment. Again, assuming you have everything installed. If you're not sure how to get this extension installed and showing up in your Visual Studio Code environment, please do check out the videos we've done around that, and you should be up and running on that. Now, once you have that extension installed, you can browse the objects you have in Snowflake directly within your Visual Studio Code environment. So all the objects we see here, you would see those same objects within your Visual Studio Code environment. Now, the focus for us is the stage. So here we have two stages. And if we go back over, these are the two stages we have. What we want to do is grab a file that we have sitting locally on my desktop. We're going to go ahead and bring that file over. So this is the file we're going to be working with. It's a file of a flower. You can imagine with training a machine learning model, a very common thing to classify images. And now we want to bring that unstructured data into the Snowflake environment so that we can do that classification. Once you come into your stage, click on this icon, the up arrow icon. Is going to take us to an option where we can browse for the file we want. Select the file. In this case, we want the flower file. Before we run that, let's actually check to make sure that the stage environment is empty. I did have the file before. I just removed that. So if you run this command, there is nothing in our stage, just to prove that we're doing this real time. Go back and select the flower that we want. It's going to tell us autocompress false. Usually you might want the autocompress to be true. And then do you want to override true or false? In this case, we're not going to override, but depending on what you want, you can select the options accordingly. So now just go ahead, press enter. Just like that, the file that we have sitting locally is getting put to a stage without us writing a put command. Go back and do an ls on this stage. Voila, that file we have sitting locally on our machine is now available within the stage. This is where you can start using this again for training machine learning models or for whatever use that this file is relevant to you within Snowflake. Another common use case could be, instead of bringing the files, you might have a machine learning model that you've trained and you want to bring that to use for inference within Snowflake. Hugging Face is a very popular environment that has not just data sets, but it also has machine learning models, which you can use. Look at the Iris XGBoost. This is a pre-trained model. We can see the model job lead. This is the packaged version of this model that has been trained. let's go ahead and download this particular model. Just like that, the model has been downloaded. Now we want to have that model in our stage so we can use it for inference using a UDF just to show the concept of how powerful this is. Now going back here, you can click on upload, browse to where the model was downloaded, upload from that, override, and in a few seconds, this should show up within the stage environment in Snowflake. And if we go back and check, that model shows up within the stage. If you're familiar with Snowflake for Python and we've done demos around this, go ahead and check those videos on how to use pre-trained models or models that have been trained in a stage environment to create UDF that could be used for inference. In this case, we could be using this model to predict what kind of image we have in here. So this stage is very powerful for holding those objects, not just the objects themselves, but also the objects and the models. When we're done with this, clean things up, copy the path and delete that, and this would be removed from your stage. Alternatively, you might already have some objects in this stage. You want to bring that locally for whatever reason. You can also do that with this extension. So let's go back here. Right beside that, you will see the download option. This is to get that data from the stage. Select the location, download. Takes a few seconds. And the model job name has been downloaded. So a very powerful way to quickly upload files to a stage and to bring files down from a stage. The beauty about this is with any data in a stage, if this was a CSV as an example, or a JSON or Avro or Parquet, once you have it in a stage, you can always create a table on top. You can always copy from the stage into a table. There are lots of things that you can do. So check out the Visual Studio Code extension. And as always, if you have any questions, or any things you want us to make a demo about, do let us know in the comment section below. I will see what we can do. Or if you have a favorite modern data tool you want to see a demo about, let us know, reach out, suggest that. We're going to see what we can do. And all the demos we do are being curated on the website, the DemoHub website. So do check that out. And we'll put in tons and tons of resources here. Would appreciate your feedback, your comments about all of these resources and the community. And if you do like any of this, do make sure you share it with somebody that could get value out of it. Sharing is caring. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Prairie here with DemoHub. I'll see you in our next demo.